chest, abdominal, and back muscles. And on these two, you will see the muscle man, the muscle woman. The muscle woman is going to be unique because I can remove that chest cavity. The muscle man is going to be the muscle man because he's lifting his arm up. And what we would use him for was pretty much just all the superficial muscles. And we can also use the muscle woman for all the superficial muscles. So let's start looking at the superficial muscles first. First you have, this is the pectoralis major, and the pectoralis major will be on both sides. You also have the pectoralis major on both sides of the muscle woman. Then going down here you have the rectus abdominis, and you still have the rectus abdominis muscles on the muscle woman. Running down the middle of the muscle woman and the muscle man is a string of connective tissue called the linea alba. And then on top of the rectus abdominis on both sides is a rectus sheath. And the rectus sheath is just going to be a thin layer of connective tissue that covers the rectus abdominis muscle. So if you see the red of the muscle, it's rectus abdominis. If you see the structure on top of it, it's going to be the rectus sheath. And it's also important to kind of look. Name the structure, name the muscle. So it's very important when you're taking the midterm, you're reading the questions very, very, very carefully. Then on both sides, on both of these, you'll see the external abdominal oblique. And it's external because it's on the outside, but all these muscle fibers are running towards the midline. And the same thing with the muscle woman. The muscle woman, all of those fibers are going to be running towards the midline. So external abdominal oblique on both sides of the muscle man and the muscle woman. And if you turn this off to the side, you can see right on the side right here, those are going to be the serratus anterior. And you can kind of see the serratus anterior a little bit better on the muscle man, because if I turn him like that, you can see the serratus anterior. And if I turn the muscle man to the back, you have the trapezius on both sides, and then down here is the latissimus dorsi going into the humerus on both sides. And you'll be able to see the trapezius and the trapezius up here, latissimus dorsi right there. Now the one thing that separates the muscle man from the muscle woman is this little cool little fact. For the muscle woman, you can take off the chest plate. And the chest plate shows you this muscle right here just below the lungs. And this one is extremely, extremely, extremely unique. That is the diaphragm, and the nerve that innervates the diaphragm is the phrenic nerve. If you have certain teachers for lectures and you don't have me for lecture, they might tell you what is the spinal root for the phrenic nerve. And it's cervical 3, 4, 5. So cervical nerve 3, cervical nerve 4, and cervical nerve 5. And that mnemonic is C3, 4, 5 keeps you alive, because if anything happens to the phrenic nerve, you won't be able to breathe on your own. You'll be put on a respirator and in the hospital. So any cervical damage up around C3, 4, or 5 could damage the phrenic nerve. That is why that is so important for breathing, and very important for you to remember.